Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This is my entry for hashtag Pirate Pretties Jewelry Challenge for the month of August. Can't believe we're in August already. Anyway, this is a double color jewelry collab challenge. We post on the 15th of each month. Anyone can participate whenever they would like. And this month for August, our double colors are turquoise and coral, which I used. Silver or gold, actually used both. Necklace or earrings, I made 2 necklaces and 3 pairs of earrings. And optional fun elements is feather or tribal. You tell me at the end if I hit any of those. I think the first necklace sort of looks tribal, and the second one has a magnetic clasp that's supposed to be a leaf, but I think it looks like a feather, so let me know. It turns out I was searching for charms and stuff in silver or gold that were leaves. I might have some in one of like bead box, bargain bead box stuff, but I didn't have time to go digging through all of those. I did look through my silver plated charms and my gold plated charms, and I couldn't find any feathers. I know I have feathers, but I think they're in mostly antique brass, I bet. Anyway, here's what I made. So my starting point was on June 1st, I had a Beadbox Bargains order, and this was a free gift. They sent me 2. I have this upside down actually. And on one side it has a little turquoise dot, and this is like a red dyed, either halite or magnesite, I'm not sure which. And the other side has like a coral red dot. I put the turquoise dot out, but you can, the clasp is double-sided, so you can actually flip it over to whichever side you like. I like the turquoise side facing front. So then these are turquoise color enhanced halite. I got them from JTV Jewel School back in 2012. I had 2 strands in that package. They're 10 millimeter here, and they're kind of shiny. And then these I got at Auntie's Beads. This was a whole strand that I used throughout here of actual red bamboo coral medium nuggets is what they were called. And then I also had this strand from Hobby Lobby. Let me see. It was Metal Gallery. Here it is. I used them all. There's the number if you're interested. You can't read that. 2082618. Anyway, they're like this antique gold with turquoise and sort of coral color design, and it sort of looks like a flower on there. So when I was looking for a clasp, I had trouble finding a clasp that suited, but I ended up with this floral lobster claw clasp, which I think was from Beadbox Bargains too. I'm not sure. I have that here. Let me see. Actually, no, it was Auntie's Beads also. Silver plated pewter flower trigger clasp. They call it 12 by 25 millimeter. I love 12 and up lobster clasps. They're easier to deal with. Anyway, I used a turquoise beading wire from Softflex. It's not their 49 strand, and as a result I did feel like I needed to use Wire Guardians. These twisted closed rings were also from Auntie's, and I used them on the next necklace, but in gold, because it's a closed ring. So I just hooked this Beadalon crimp tube number 2 and Beadalon number 2 Wire Guardians, both in silver plated. I hooked them both right onto the clasp. Well, this one, you know, comes off. And that's just a simple strung necklace in, you know, an easy pattern, but I think it's pretty. It is about an 18-inch plus the about a 1 inch, 1.5 inch drop there. I think it's about a 1 inch drop. Oh, do I have my ruler here? Let's see. I have a ruler here. From there, it's about 1 1/8 inch drop. Okay, so then I did the earrings, and I ran out of earring cards, so forgive me, but this one is the first one. It's very simple. These little red beads are not actual coral. They are from Beadbox Bargains, and they are 4mm shell beads, man-made shell rounds. They're made from shell, but they're man-made to turn them into rounds like that. And again, these are dyed howlite. The metal beads, I think the ear wires were from jewelrysupply.com, so I used the same ear wires on each. And that's about it for those. Those I did wire wrap, just 1 or 2 wraps at the top. Oh, and little ball head pins, those were from Softflex. I'm trying to use them up. I just have 1 pack. Then the next were these. I was going to put another one of those squares in here, but I decided not to because I didn't want them to get too long. So I just used an eye pin for the top part and put the howlite and the shell beads on. More of those twisted rings from Auntie's Beads. And then these are just put on. I actually didn't realize they were silver filled head 1.5 inch head pins. I wouldn't have used them if I knew they were silver filled, but I didn't realize it till I was on the last bead and I happened to look down and read the package, and those were from artbeads.com, the silver filled 1.5 inch head pins, just regular head pins. Anyway, silver filled, you know, next best thing to sterling. Anyway, here these are just the coral, and I just did simple loops on the bottom too, and the top one. This one was on an eye pin, these two, and these are on head pins, and those were no, sorry, this was also on an eye pin, and these are on those same Softflex ball head pins. I think the eye pins, silver plated brass, I got from Fire Mountain. So those are the 3 pair of earrings. And then I decided to do, I had however many blue beads or turquoise beads are on here, the last 6 of the metal beads, and the last of the bamboo coral strand. And initially I was going to make a bracelet to go with it, but I had too many beads left, and I had strung this part with all the metal, and it was like 10 inches. And I'm like, well, that's too big for a bracelet, and I don't want to take them off because I like the pattern. So I turned it into another necklace using the gold twisted rings, and then I just did bead links with the last 6 of the howlite and the last 6 of the bamboo coral. So I strung this first on that same turquoise beading wire, and I had Beadalon gold crimp tubes number 2 and number 2 wire guardians as well. The last 6 of the metal beads from Hobby Lobby, and however many coral beads are on here, and howlite. Now I do have a whole nother strand of the howlite turquoise, but 1 strand is finished, and the 1 strand of coral, red coral nuggets, is finished from Auntie's Beads. So I was happy about that. Now for this clasp, this is the magnetic clasp. It's from Prima. It goes like this, or if you turn it right side up, I guess like this. I'm not really crazy about this clasp, but doesn't that look more, I guess it could be a fern, but I think it looks feather-like too, so I'm counting that as my feather. Pretty glary there for you, sorry. There. So that's my feather entry. So I think this one is tribal and this one is feather, and the rest I don't know what you want to call them. But I thought this had a tribal feel to it, right? Anyway, that's about it. That's what I made for this month's challenge. And, you know, I could have stopped and not done this necklace, but I really wanted to finish the coral beads and the metal beads and the 1 strand of the howlite. I get like that sometimes. I'm trying to get stuff out of my stash. Oh, and those magnetic clasps, I don't really highly recommend them, quite honestly, but I bought them in 2018, May of 2018, from Prima Bead online, I think. Here they are. I had a pack of 2. I also don't like these bubble pack things. They're horrible to open. And I usually cut myself on them. Anyway, I don't think the clasps are great quality. I might end up having to change that out, which will be easy to do because this part of it is just wire wrap links. Oh, and one other thing, all of this except this last little bead link here are on 20 gauge soft flex, here it is, gold silver plated craft wire. I really like this actually. But I got to the very last bead link, this one, and I had to ream it out twice because the 20 gauge wire would not go through, and even after reaming it out, and the reamer did come through, I couldn't get 20 gauge wire in there. So I used 22 gauge non-tarnished brass artistic wire on this last one. So what I did is, to hook onto the magnetic clasp here, I did sort of like a spring ring. You know, I looped it around several times because I didn't want it to potentially just pull off because it's a thinner wire. 22 gauge is a thinner wire than 20. But it went right through the bead, so I was happy about that. So that's the only thing I did a little different on that. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure you go check out Pirate Pretties Jewelry. Her channel name is Pirate Pretties Jewelry, but just use the hashtag, which will be in the title and in the description, and you should be able to find everyone else that's participating. And if you'd like to play along, next month, September, on the 15th, we'll be posting jewelry made with black and red. We can use silver or gunmetal. We're to make a bracelet, which is good. I need to make bracelets. And our fun element is either heart or skulls. For me personally, well, I know Halloween is coming up in a couple months, but I don't know yet, but I'll probably make hearts. Although I think I have some gray or black crystal skulls. Maybe I'll make some of both. We'll see. See what I'm feeling like next month, if nothing bad happens in the rest of this month. All right, guys, take care. Thank you for watching, and come back again soon. I have another collab going up also on the 15th. Bye for now.